Welcome to Audio Recording and Production, an overview. In this tutorial, we will be discussing what recording and production are and what some of those basic principles are that will help you to better record and produce your own projects. Now, during this course, we have a few purposes in mind, and the first is to help you in buying equipment. This is to help you know what equipment is necessary in a project studio and what equipment is going to work the best for you to purchase. Next, once you've purchased that equipment, we're going to help you understand how to use the equipment. How do you use an outboard compressor? How do you connect a MIDI keyboard and set up MIDI devices? We're going to discuss some of those things. We'll go into recording basics after that, and that would be the basics of phase, signal flow and routing, compression, equalization, and microphone techniques. How do all these things work together to help you record a better project? Producing basics is next, and basically producing is different than recording in the sense that it's taking an artistic vision and trying to put that on a recorded medium and show it to the masses. So there's some other things that go into this, such as arranging and songwriting, and we'll be discussing those things in the tutorial. After that, we'll discuss advanced techniques. This will be done as we mix a real project. So by the end, there will be a great song that is finished, and you'll be able to see the process of getting it to that mixed point. Finally, we'll discuss integration. This would be the integration between the project and the professional studio. So this is how you as a project studio owner can take your projects, and with a lower budget, you can work with professionals and create a professional product. In this tutorial, we'll be discussing a lot of great topics such as the history of analog and digital recording. Equipment. What equipment is necessary in a studio setup? Keyboards, monitors, speakers, mixers, microphones, all those things. We'll then go into acoustics and design. How do you make your room sound better for both recording and for mixing? We'll then discuss waveforms and synthesis. How can we take these great basics and make new and exciting sounds with them? Then we'll go into MIDI. What is MIDI? How do we utilize it? And how can we manipulate it in our recording process? Then we'll go into signal flow and routing. What is an insert? What is an auxiliary send and return? How do we use them in our digital audio workstation? How do we use them to help us finish and do an excellent project? We'll then cover digital audio and editing and the great power that we have in digital audio workstations to manipulate digital audio. Then we'll go into microphone patterns, techniques, and what types of microphones there are. And in this section, we have a great number of examples that show us different microphones and different techniques, different placement. Then we'll go into dynamics and equalization. How can we use these in our recording process to make the sound better? How do we make it mixed and fit together as a whole? Then we'll go into reverb and time-based effects, what those are and how they're utilized in the mixing process. Then we'll actually mix a song, which is the song you're hearing right now, and we'll use all those skills that we've learned with EQ and compression and reverb and such, and we'll mix all those things together to create a great track. Finally, we'll take that mixed track and learn about mastering, what mastering is, and how we can utilize mastering to help us integrate between the project and professional studios. Then we'll talk about integration. How do we marry the project and professional studio? And how can we make that happen for our projects to make them as professional as possible? And that is audio recording and production.